declare this Public Utility Commission meeting duly opened. And I'm going to ask for prayer and invocation led by Commissioner Joanne Danko. And if you would, Commissioner Honeycutt, lead us in the pledge of allegiance to the flag. All right, may we all rise.
Let us pray. Lord, we thank you so much for the opportunity that we have tonight to come and gather to do the city's work in the Utilities Commission. We pray that you would guide us all and direct us, Lord, and to say and do and receive what you would have us to be done. We pray that we would always do right for the city of Fort Valley and its people. We pray for those present and their families. We pray for all the people in our community. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome all of our visitors. I especially thank you for coming. We want to especially thank our cameraman, Mr. Williams. I want to thank Al Horton for being here. And I thank each of you for being here. I'm going to ask now for the, if there are any comments of anything from either one of you, you may do so at this time. If not, we'll move on to our agenda as printed. I'm going to call for the approval of the minutes. We had a work session meeting of February 7th, 2017, and a regular meeting of February 13th, 2017. May I get your consensus on the approval of the minutes? Call for a motion. There are no questions or corrections.
I would like to.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'd like to make the motion that the work session meeting minutes and the regular meeting minutes be approved, and if there be any corrections.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, it's been properly moved and seconded that our work session meeting of February 7th and the regular meeting of February 13th minutes be approved with any necessary corrections. Are there any corrections from anyone? Okay, then I call for a vote. All those in favor, let it be known by show of hands. All right, it's unanimous. At this time, I'm going to call on the leadership team for our activity reports for February 2017. We'll start with the Director of Financial Services, Kathy Johnson. Good evening.
In the month of February, I continued to work with our auditor firm to complete the audit. Everything has gone really well, and we're just coming back. You know, we need more minutes every time we have a meeting or a few more questions, but we're looking at wrapping that up pretty soon. And I also spent some time developing presentations for the board retreat that we had over at Callaway. And I continue to work on updating our financial statements, trying to get those up to date in a format that everybody agrees upon.
Any questions for our Director of Financial Services? All right, thanks for a job well done.
Thank you.
Director of Operations, Angie Luna.
Good evening, everybody. During the month of February, one of the biggest things that we worked on, we worked with the city of Fort Valley on developing a project for CDBG funding that would benefit the Utility Commission and the cities and the citizens of Fort Valley to do some much needed repair work on sewer and stormwater facilities in Fort Valley. And one of the other things that we've been working on is developing some activities for fundraising for Relay for Life. We did that last year. This year, we are in the process of planning everything out, but one of the things that we wanted to mention today was that we will be holding a whiteout party at the Austin Theater. Tickets will be a $20 donation, and there'll be table purchasing opportunities as well. It'll be April 22nd from 7 to 11. And everybody should be receiving a sponsorship packet from Martha pretty soon. We'll be doing several little events to do fundraising for the Relay for Life, but this is one of the ones that's coming up the soonest, so we wanted to get it out there and let everybody know that it's going on.
Okay. May we ask a question?
Absolutely.
I don't want to be off key, but what is a whiteout party?
So, whiteout party is basically, the way that we've planned it is that everybody will wear white,
White,
and
that's
they'll
what I
wear a
thought. I
touch
just wanted
of
to
color representing the, one of the cancers that they're trying to white out. So
Okay.
we're trying to white out.
Okay, I thought it was the apparel, like the St. Patty's green.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
I got it, okay. I was not.
Don't ask a question, just know that Martha McAfee is behind you.
It's a fundraiser. Also know that it's a fundraiser. And it's a fundraiser. Martha never misses the opportunity to raise those funds, okay? And good at it. Thank you for bringing it to the agency. All right, any questions for Angie Luna, for Director of Operations?
We'll have some more information coming up regarding other events that
Okay.
we're doing for fundraising.
All right, thank you. Our Customer Service Manager, Sue Roach.
Dang, I thought I said it back.
Not today.
We have started the cross-training in customer service, doing a little bit of cross-training with the billing department. We're continuing to update the customer contact information when we make the conversion over to Encode, which we've been with them all day in the conference room today, going over details and processes and everything. We'll be with them again tomorrow for half a day. I think I told y'all last time about our coloring contest that we had. We drew our winner on Friday, and she came down and we presented her with her little basket, or a big basket, and they took a picture of her, and I'm pretty sure that Martha's gonna put that in the newsline, the next newsline that comes out, but she was really, really excited. So now we're gonna work on our next one, maybe something a little bit bigger and free.
All right, any questions? You said you're cross-training with the billing department? Okay,
Trying to get some backup people that
okay,
knows how to work that process and somebody in the billing department's out.
okay,
So we're doing a little cross-training.
all right. Any questions, any comments? All right, thank you for your report. Electric Department, Jason Johnson.
Good evening. This February's been a pretty status quo month for us. Since the guys all come back from the hurricanes and tornadoes and all, we took that time to go over different procedures and equipment and policies and things that they saw, working with other entities. So we've updated all of our spec books for the trucks and applied a little more time to training this month than normal. And that's, other than that, it's pretty much been normal operations for us, which is
Okay.
good.
All right, any questions for, okay,
I know that the public has been asked to report streetlights when they see them out. Have you noticed any increase in
No
that?
more than usual. We're in the process now of auditing all the streetlights in town, along with security lights, just for our own knowledge. But so we talked about that last time about doing the ride-through, and that's in the process now.
After the last meeting that we had, when I drove home down Camellia from Commissioner Horton's house on around to that store, every one of those lights was out. That was that night. Other times they're on.
Right, we talked about, we were in the middle of working on it. We found a bunch of fuses were blown, and we upped the amperage of those fuses. That was from the original installation. We don't, so that was something that was done by probably DOT.
I also noticed the other day, as I was going down Camellia Boulevard, those pretty lights that I hadn't even noticed before were all on. It was in day, I figured that you probably were working on those in some way.
It's possible if it was part of that same, around the same time. But those lights, the photo cells for them are inside of a control box. So they do come on a little earlier and go off a little later than the other street lights. It's just because of the way the photo cells positioned inside of the control box.
They really are attractive.
They do a good job.
All right. Thank you. IT, telecommunications, and the telecommunications department is going to call on that.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This month, IT installed 2 display systems, one inside our offices by the main door, part of our UCTV, Utility Commission Television, where we display company-wide notices. We also deployed a larger screen out in the lobby. So now when you come in the lobby, we have a place to deploy community announcements. And Ms. McAfee's in charge of that, and she's doing a wonderful job putting nice, colorful, and bright announcements out on it. And they look really well. In telecom, our big job for February was replacing a couple miles of fiber in Byron that got eaten up by squirrels. And we ordered armored fiber this time, and hopefully that will slow them down a good bit.
Okay. Do we have any questions? All right, thank you. Natural gas. County Telecom Superintendent.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, for the month of February, the gas department mostly worked on schools and high school leaks, surveys, and just maintaining, repairing leaks for the month of February.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Water Department and reclamation.
Good evening.
Okay, hey.
Yeah,
All right.
For the water department, the money was repaired a 12-inch water main break on Hauser Mill Road. And on Spruce Street, we did a 6-inch line stop and installed a new 6-inch valve. And also, we turned in a validated water audit to the EPD.
All right, any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And now the reclamation department. I call them both at the same time, I'm sorry. Good evening.
On the wastewater crew side of things, we video inspected 1,200 feet of sewer mains on Cortland State University as part of the CDBG grant we're looking at. We also pressure cleaned 4,500 feet of 8-inch sewer mains in different areas of the system. And that was on the crew side. On the reclamation department side, Smith Environmental actually started working on the Space Cone project this month. EPD, we had EPD inspection also this month, real good. And we had roughly 1.8 inches of rain for last month.
Any questions?
The sewer thing, you call that Spruce Street that comes over there by St. Peter Church?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They're just about to wrap that up. Hopefully by the end of next week, we should be finished with that leg. That was turned into be a really neat
Major project.
mess.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, thank you. And our general manager.
Well, I'd like to thank the staff for a great month. Training was good this month. Been pretty proud of the cross-training that's taking place between customer service and finance. Hopefully that will prove to be beneficial as we transition into a new facility, hopefully in the next 5 or 6 months. Also like to mention that last week I spent a couple of days up at ECG in their budget work session, and I'd just like to announce that it appears that our budget will remain the same. There was some proposal that put us in a position where our budget would have been increasing by about 15%. The the board there voted against those actions, so I don't think we'll be seeing an increase in our next budget cycle with ACG. I'm open for questions.
Any questions for our general manager? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now that completes our activity reports for the month of February. As retrospect, do you have any questions on any of the activity reports? All right, then we'll move into our next agenda item, which is old business, and we have no old business, but we do have a couple of items under new business. New business, we're gonna talk first about the I-75 corridor council seed money. Okay.
We talked at the work session about putting in some seed funding to assist in efforts to grow economic development in the I-75 corridor as part of our involvement with the I-75 Corridor Council. And some of that funding is going to go towards advertising and marketing, landscape improvements, just general things that'll help bring in more interest in the I-75 corridor. And we would like to go ahead and donate $25,000, so that would be to the Peach County Development Authority for use towards these efforts to continue economic development growth in the I-75 corridor.
Okay. Any questions? All right, thank you. Got to take an action now.
Yes.
All those in favor of the I-75 Corridor Council seed money being approved at the $25,000 level, let it be known. I need a motion. That's right, I need a motion. I'm ready to give you the money. I need a motion to give it.
I make a motion we approve the $25,000 to the I-75 corridor. I think that's not a conflict of interest if I'm on that board, right?
It's
not a board.
It's not a
It's not a-
board.
It's not a,
I would clarify. what
Council,
money's
the
going.
council.
The
Yeah,
money's
we
going
need to clarify that it'll go to the
to
Peach
the
County Development
Authority.
yes.
To the Peach County Development Authority for the $25,000 for various projects with the I-75 corridor.
Council.
Yes.
All right, we got a motion by the mayor and seconded by Commissioner Honeycutt that we will approve the $25,000 contribution to the I-75 Corridor Council through the Peach County Development Authority. Our deposit and efforts will go to the Peach County Development Authority for that purpose.
No, it's
Is
going
that
to the
okay?
She's.
All right?
Which is good, we good.
Yes, sir.
The question was raised is whether or not the mayor, in her capacity as a member of the I-75 Corridor Council, should ethically vote or not vote. She has no direct personal interest in this. And also, this money is going to the Economic Development Authority
Yes.
for its use in connection with growing the I-75 corridor. It may well be that they choose to spend this money with the Corridor Council, or they may use this money to further the interests of the I-75 corridor. I therefore do not see a conflict of interest.
Thank you. That's our opinion.
I
on some of
apologize for interrupting.
Thank you. Well, we appreciate the clarity. All right? So the mayor is not in conflict of interest. So I call for a vote. We have a motion and a second on the floor. I call for a vote. All those in favor, let it be known by a show of hands. It's unanimous, so that is approved.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. A vehicle purchase is our next item.
Yes, during the retreat and last week at the work session, I made you all aware that since we promoted Gary Moncrief to senior water foreman, we're short one vehicle. That one spare, we pulled that spare and signed it to Gary, and we're in need of another vehicle. So I'm asking that the commission would approve the purchase of a new vehicle at an amount not to exceed $25,000. Those funds would come from salary savings in this existing budget cycle. So this wouldn't be new money, this would be salary savings. I think we're pretty close to that amount. I'm not certain. I'll check with Kathy. But the vehicle would not be purchased until we've at least achieved the $25,000 in savings.
All right, you heard the request. What's your pleasure?
Also moved.
All right. Motion from Commissioner Honeycutt. Can we get a second?
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we will allow the commission staff to proceed with the purchase of a vehicle for new staff positions at a level not to exceed $25,000.
That's correct. Funding to come from our
Salary
existing.
savings, existing salary savings, no budget alterations or anything. You've heard the motion. All those in favor, let it be known. If we don't have any questions, let it be known by show of hands. Unanimously approved.
Thank you.
All right, the next item is the financial management policy update.
We are requesting approval of the updated financial management policies that we presented at the last work session. In your packet for this evening, you would have had the updated version with the corrections that we spoke about in the work session.
You've had a chance to review it and it's come out before, so what is your pleasure on that request?
I so move.
Second. Been properly moved and seconded that we will approve the staff recommendation to adopt the updated financial management policies as presented. Are there any questions? If there are no questions, then I call for a vote. All those in favor, let it be known by show of hands. All right, we have a unanimous vote on it.
Thank you.
Question that you sent, put in the packet, is this the final document for storage for us as commissioners?
Clean one or is
It is,
That's the final version.
the final version of it. So what happened to my notebook with some holes?
Oh, no, we'll get you guys a clean version. But that's the final. We'll work on it.
I wasn't gonna volunteer Kenny for anything else.
I'm running out of drawers. I'm sorry. I got a bookshelf space. All right.
I need to hear from our attorney. We need to do an executive session.
Yes, I'd like a motion to go into executive session for purposes of discussing the potential acquisition of real estate.
All right.
Oh, the CBDG.
And the CBD. Oh, wow, I did. Before we do that,
That's fine.
maybe, would we like to go into the executive session and come back out?
Could you go ahead and do the
Let's do the CBDG
Okay, all
first.
right, okay. I didn't write it down, I'm sorry. Each of you has had the privilege of reviewing the letter.
Madam Chairman,
Yes, sir.
you'll need to make a motion to amend the agenda to add that.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. We need to make get a motion to amend the agenda to add the CDBG funding. All right?
Second.
It's been motioned and seconded that we will amend our agenda to discuss the correspondence set forth for the Georgia Department of Community Affairs. Do we have any questions? If not, I call for a vote. It's been properly moved and seconded. No questions? I call for a vote. All those in favor of us going into, approving you had the correspondence, you read it? You got a question?
No.
Okay.
Just amended the agenda right now, then you'll take a vote.
Oh, I'm trying to adopt the letter.
No, not yet. Apologize. That's what happens when you don't let me sit at the big table.
Listen, we need to put you back here. Okay, I need a vote to amend the agenda for this purpose, okay? All those in favor, you have a question too?
No,
All those in favor, let it be known by show of hands to amend.
they've already done it.
They've already done that.
We already
We already done that. All we're doing is voting. I think we need to start serving supper up here.
I thought my blood sugar was the only one that was low, but
We are going to, Joey, we are going to, at this time, approve the amendment to the agenda, okay? And we have a motion and a second If there are no questions, then I call for a vote to amend the agenda. All those in favor, let's show our hands. Okay, it's unanimous, however we got there. Okay, all right. Now, the reason we amended the agenda is to discuss the correspondence that each of you has for the City of Fort Valley's Community Development Block Grant proposal. And Angie's gonna lead us to that.
Okay, so as we discussed in the work session and earlier, we have been working with the city to apply for a CDBG grant to do some much needed sewer and stormwater repairs. And that grant is going to be requested in the amount of $750,000. As part of that grant, they require some matching funds, and they require that we pay for engineering costs. So we have discussed with you guys that we would like to go ahead and fund the engineering costs and the matching funds. The Middle Georgia Regional Commission requires a letter signed by the chairman committing us to provide those funds, and that is what we are requesting your vote to approve that the chairman signs the letter for the Middle Georgia Regional Commission to get us going with the grant.
Right. You've heard our purpose for discussing this. Have you each had a chance to review the request? All right, then I call for, yes, sir.
This money that you're going to commit to the Utility Commission to pay is a classic example of cooperation between the city and the Utility Commission to better the citizens of the community. And one of the things that the city and the county have been working, the city and the Utility Commission have been working toward over the last several months is how they can work together to do projects. So money is actually being taken out of the Utility Commission budget to fund a grant that is primarily for stormwater and also regular sewer. So we're both participating in a project. We're putting a fair amount of money, matching funds, in cooperation with the city. And this is a good move toward what Craig and the committee, the subcommittee, has been working on. And that's the most one I have.
I also like to mention that it took a prioritize, we had to prioritize in order to do that. We backed away from what we wanted to do so that this could go ahead and get done. Okay.
It was a great effort by both the city and the Utility Commission.
We still want to do what we want to do the next time, that's what y'all step up.
You're the one who noticed, you know.
I'm the one who made the mention of it, that's what I'm saying, I was just adding to what he said.
All right, don't give the mayor any more ground. She might ask for some more money. Thank you, Mayor. Okay. But thank you for bringing that to our meeting, and thanks for the hard work that went into making us know that. I'm going to ask now if there are any other comments or questions.
A question, will we have to sign off on that too? Or just the utility commission?
Not this letter.
Not this.
Not this
just-
letter.
just-
Okay, all right.
All right? We had so much discussion. Did we vote?
We don't
Did we
have a
vote?
motion yet.
No.
All right, let's get a motion.
I so moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded that we will vote to approve the request made for the Community Development Block Grant. If we have no further questions, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, let it be known by show of hands. It's unanimously approved. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm authorized to sign this with that vote. Okay? At this time, am I right now with the,
Yes.
at this time, we need a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
For what purpose?
Real
The
estate.
potential acquisition of real estate.
Okay.
I move. We went to executive session.
All right. Who gets the second vote?
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved by the mayor, seconded by Commissioner Duncan, that we will go into executive session for possible real estate concerns.
I'd like Ms. Lynn to stay.
Okay.